Okay, here's a question that I like. So you guys won the People's Choice Award for favorite movie duo.
For sure.
How does that make you feel? Dobrev wants to know.
Dope Brev.
Dobrev. I think it's
Dobrev.
like maybe Nina.
Dubrovnik?
It's not. I don't know if it's Nina
it's Nina.
Dobrev, but it might be.
What's that?
But that's
Great,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fun, yeah.
But you knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not like breaking news to you. But that's a hard award to win, folks.
Cool, yeah, no, it's wicked.
Okay. Here's a question from Emmy Bohr. Shailene, how did you start with the lifestyle that you're living? She says, I really love it with the organic food and herbs and everything. I remember meeting you years ago, and we went to like a vegan restaurant here in LA, which I had never been to, and you kind of introduced me to that,
Have you
which I
been
thought was
back?
very cool. I have not, but I would. I would.
But I have not.
But I haven't. I've been to other vegan restaurants though since, but not Gratitude.
That's awesome. I'm not personally vegan, but I think vegan restaurants are great. I guess the way I got started was I started questioning. I was really fascinated by sort of the secrets behind big corporations in America, and again, whether they were right or wrong, I didn't really have at that point an opinion. I just wanted to receive information about what was in our food, and more so than that, what was in our water, what was in our air. And so I started studying all of those things, and then I was like, well, what does healthy really mean? Living in Los Angeles, being a teenager, people say veganism is healthy, people say eating lots of meat is healthy, people say soy is bad or good. And so I started studying indigenous cultures around the world and found that these amazing human beings at 60 years old could run 10 miles a day and be fully sustained. And in our culture, at 33, men, women started having joint problems and couldn't run necessarily, or weren't able to be as athletic as they were when they were younger. And so that's what propelled me into herbalism, which then propelled me into food. But, you know, it was like recently, or a few years ago, I started thinking, like, what is the importance of organic food? What is the importance of all those things? And living in LA, there's a big juice craze or vegan craze or organic craze. And I think really what it comes down to is it's not about us and our lives and making sure we're healthy. It's more about making sure there's something sustained for future generations. Because right now, there's a lot of things that are depleting our natural resources.
Okay. Here's a question from Nadia. She wants to know, what was it like working with the younger actors in the movie, like MJ Anthony? And I love MJ Anthony because I love that movie Chef.
I love that movie, yeah.
Wasn't
Oh, yeah.
it so good that he
So
was
good.
in, and he was
really
Jon Favreau's son, and I recognized him in this, and I was like, oh my God, it's the kid from Chef. Did you guys enjoy that part of it?
It was
Yeah.
nice. It was actually kind of a little bit strange to have a younger kid around, just because we hadn't had that before, and the dichotomy of the cast. So it was nice. It was nice, but
Yeah, and I said that to him as well. I said, how was Chef? Was it fun?
yeah.
I love it.
And he said no.
Somebody wants to know if you guys preferred shooting in Atlanta or Chicago.
Atlanta, hands down, for me.
Because?
Because it was not 20 degrees, and we were filming in much nicer locations. And after work, we would, there are so many outdoor activities that we could go participate in, versus Chicago is cold and gray. And
That's true, yeah. There's kayaks to be kayaked and boats to be hired and,
stand-up paddleboards
you know,
and hikes and runs.
orgies to be had.
Yeah, so many great things.
Great. Here's a question from Annie. I'm sure you've gotten this before, but I like the question. Did you guys already read all the books when you started the first movie, or do you read them as the movies come along?
Read them as the movies come along.
Yeah.
That's just most helpful to have it in your mind.
Yeah, I think if you kind of have every piece of information, the whole story, then it kind of will affect how you would play something. And as well, to be honest, inevitably with the film, the way, you know, you have a shorter period to tell it, and also once you've done the first one, you've kind of embraced the character, so you have to make sure you're making decisions based on your own choices and instincts rather than anything else.
Here's a question, also from the Shailene Army. What's one thing that you want people to take away from the movie? That's a tough question to answer because you don't want to tell the audience what to think, but... This,
Popcorn?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The receipt.
Ticket stubs.
I think just the fact that it's a bigger bigger, kind of richer movie, hopefully. And it kind of elevating it, and hopefully we can continue doing that.
Yeah.
You definitely get, as I said to you guys when you walked in, you definitely get a lot more of an emotional pull, even more than the first one, which I think is great. There's a deepening of the relationship, which definitely comes across on screen. Nice. Here's a question that, God, this might be hard to answer, but I like the question from Perks of Augustus. Was it hard to film your scenes from this movie, given the fact that you know what happens in Allegiant? Do you think about that? Do you think about the future films, or do you just try to stay in the moment of the one that you're doing?
Theo and I never think about the future.
We live for the moment.
We live for the moments.
What, in terms of the big reveal?
Yeah.
No, not really. I always thought that would happen anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
which is great.
It makes sense that she does.
Do you guys have a favorite quote from the movie? This is a question from
Be brave.
Paulie.
Be brave.
Don't try and define me. I'm divergent.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I like this from Emily Wadge. And I like that her Twitter name is 50 Shades of Theo.
Oh.
I see what you did there, Emily. Who gives the best advice on the set?
Say something else.
50 Shades.
50 Shades of Fair. Who gives the best advice?
Yeah.
Shay has some good advice.
I think Kate has some great advice. You've got some great advice too.
What kind of advice does Kate give?
Yes.
Like how to make the best coffee in the morning.
Really important things.
Yeah, important things.
Okay. I don't remember who asked this question, but I liked it a lot. It was, what's the coolest thing that you guys have gotten to do together because of this experience? Like maybe as far as the travels that you've gotten to do or someone you've gotten to meet.
I'd say traveling.
Yeah.
Italy, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do something in Italy once. That was really beautiful.
Yeah, we had to do
What part?
We had a press thing in Amalfi, so yeah, it was nice.
No big deal. It was so beautiful.
I went there last summer. It was great.
Cool.
Kelly St. Angelo from the United States wants to know, if you could choose, what would your last meal on Earth be? I want appetizer, entree, and dessert.
Then we'll be here all night. Because
You'll be good at answering this.
I love food. And I want to know what yours are, though. Because I could really just be happy with like a good steamed artichoke.
So that's the dessert.
No, I mean any food. I love food.
What would yours be?
I was asked this question once, so I said it would be a great like chicken tikka masala.
Oh, really?
Really good, spicy
that's
Indian
delicious.
restaurant. I do love it.
Have you-
And a warm chocolate chip cookie with vanilla ice cream on top. But they don't want to know what I think. They want to know what you want to eat.
Good.
It sounds good. I love a good steak.
I was gonna say like a good, delicious ribeye.
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. Here's a question from Christina, who's in Peru. What's the craziest gift that you guys have gotten from a fan? Certainly you've gotten crazy things. And a copy of Fault in Our Stars doesn't count.
That's not crazy.
Um,
That's pretty crazy.
I think I got at Comic-Con one year. I got like some crystal thing. Yeah. No, like a crystal thing that was had
Like a
some
wand?
spiritual thing attached to it, but I wasn't quite sure. And then randomly a bottle of ouzo. So I don't know what she was trying to do to me, but it worked.
She was putting you under a spell.
Yeah. I just woke up the next morning. I was in bed with her. Yeah.
It was very weird.
Hey, listen, what about you?
She was 68.
But amazing.
yeah, but good.
I don't know that I've actually gotten anything weird.
Really?
I think, yeah, people have been very nice and generous and kind.
Okay. Hannah from England wants to know, if you guys could add another faction to the Divergent world, what quality would that faction embody? Is there one that's missing?
Shay?
What?
Is it my turn? Freedom. Freedom of expression, freedom of choice. I mean, I guess that's what the Divergent are, but that's not a faction in itself.
That's good. Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
A lot of people want to know if you guys saw that dress as white and gold or blue and black.
Okay, this is the strangest thing because I had no idea what that was until literally
I don't know
last
what
night.
this is.
Last night I was at dinner with a friend and she showed me. It's this picture of a dress, and it's meant to be a certain color, but some people see it as a certain color. Does that mean that some people are colorblind?
I just think it's the way it's lit, and
But why do some certain eyeballs, like I want to
I
know
know.
the molecular situation behind it all because it's very interesting. Like you see this dress and you're like, oh, it's clearly blue and white, or it's clearly black and white, or whatever.
White
it
and
is.
gold.
White and gold. But then some people see it and they're like, no, that's blue.
and the dress
It doesn't
is
make sense
in
to me.
fact blue and black, but the way the picture was taken makes it look white and gold. But we'll show it to you afterwards.
Okay,
but
cool.
it looked white and gold to me.
Yeah, it was very strange. I don't get it. I'm kind of still confused by the whole thing.
Me too.
How is that a thing?
I don't know, but it went worldwide, like this movie is. Apparently, we're trending right now. Insurgent Google is trending, which is a big deal in the Twitter world. Here's a question from
Do we
Dylan.
need to do anything more to increase it?
Well, we have a
Do you
couple. We
sing?
have 3 more minutes of questions. We're almost done, guys. Here's a question. Did you say you're going to sing?
What?
Because if you
No,
want
I
to,
said
then-
you could sing.
No.
Huh. Well,
Here's a question from Dylan O'Hadi, who wants to know what are the songs that you're currently obsessed with?
this song called Different Pulses. I think, oh my God, you're gonna freak out. It's
What is
so
it?
good, Theo.
Really?
I think it's called Different Pulses, but the artist is Asaf Avidan.
Okay.
I think he's I'm making all of this up, but I'm pretty sure it's called Different Pulses, and it's so good. It feels like a song from like if Anthony and the Johnsons, Cocteau Twins, Morrissey, and Hozier had a baby, it would be this person. Like it's just the most eclectic group of, and he's European, I think, so he's got like, sometimes you're like, ooh, I don't know that I would necessarily have chosen that, but it works so well, you know? Oh,
Okay.
it's so good. It's
I like
yummy.
that. Great.
There's this song, I can't bloody remember the name of it, but I just downloaded it. It's on the John Wick, you know, that movie soundtrack. I think it's, no, I don't want to say Keisha, like Kate. Anyway, it's
Kaisa?
I looked her up and I couldn't find an album, so I think
Oh.
it's new, but it's a really.
And it's a woman.
Yeah, it's a great track, and it's actually in like a club scene or something in that movie.
Okay.
But it's a really good song.
Okay. And then here I'm going to end with this question. What are you guys going to do to decompress when this whole press mania is over? So it's the morning after the last thing that you have to do to promote this film. What are you going to do?
Just in the morning.
Or the day after, or
I'm just waiting
Oh,
to
you
hear your
want
answer.
to? Okay. What am I going to do? Are you talking about a day? Yeah. Okay. In the morning, probably just have a good breakfast, and then start drinking.
Yeah.
is the song you're talking about "Think" by Kaleida?
That's it.
I just looked it up
Yeah,
on
it's
this
great. Play
very
it now.
trusty.
Oh, no, don't.
I can't. Well,
Oh, you're so quick.
It's really good, actually.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when this is all over?
I'll probably wake up, have breakfast, start drinking as well.
Any trips planned for fun?
Depends on whether we can fit them in.
Yeah.
That's the tricky thing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough, and I'm sure the fans all over the world are very excited that you guys took the time to answer all your questions. I was looking, and there's a lot of people who are freaking out right now because their questions got asked, so they're very
cool.
excited.
Oh,
so
nice.
just as a reminder, Insurgent comes out worldwide March 20th. If you're in the United States, get your tickets on Fandango. They are available now.
Fandango.
The movie's really great, and you guys are going to love it. Shailene, Theo, thanks so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Great to see you guys.
Thank
You
man.
too.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Ciao.
Thanks for watching.